Hi guys, welcome back to our channel, the number one place for people who love design, art and all things creative. I'm Jacqueline and I'm an interior architect and designer here at D&B, and today we are going to be redesigning our subscribers' homes. Okay, so a while ago we hit 1 million views on the channel, I know, and I just want to quickly say thank you so much to all of you who like, comment and watch every single week, because we quite literally couldn't do any of this without your support, so thank you. And as a thank you to give something back to our subscribers, I thought it'd be a really cool idea to start a series on the channel where you send me photos of a space in your home that you want to redesign, and then I create a virtual design package for you so that you have everything you need to make over that space. And since I released the idea on Instagram, I've been designing 2 subscribers' interiors, so if you're interested to see how they turned out, let's jump in. So the first redesign I'm going to be doing is a bedroom that belongs to Maite from South Florida. And this is what she sent to us. Hi, YouTube follower here. I saw the message on YouTube about redesigning my subscribers and I would love your help. We recently painted the whole house a warm white since we had a cool grey before. I want to make my space feel warmer and relaxing, but I don't know how to decorate my bedroom without making it too overwhelming or bland. I like the organic, modern style and like to put some personal frames like wedding pics. I just don't know how to make my bedroom cozier. My style is modern, minimalist with organic and rustic details. I do have storage issues with my jewellery, books and small things here and there that cluster my room. I love neutral colours like white, black, wood, light greens and greys. For me, coziness is clean, minimalist, warm neutral colours, plants or greenery. I don't like maximalism, deep reds, yellows, oranges, busy patterns or busy decor. I want to feel in my room comfortable and somewhere I can breathe and meditate. First things first, I love your cat. Secondly, the space already has a lovely apex ceiling and window in the centre wall. Personally, I think that the biggest thing we need to sort out is the clutter like she mentioned. I don't know about you guys, but when I actually have bits lying about my room, I actually have a bad sleep. And psychologically, it can actually induce stress and also lead to depression, which is something we're not trying to create, right? So that's something to take into consideration. She also mentioned that she works from home and the desk is currently in the corner of the room. In my opinion, I would try and put the desk in another part of the house just so that your bedroom is a sanctuary where you can relax and not think about work. That's what I would do. Maite showed me her bathroom renovation, so from these images I could understand her style and colour palette. So now that we've looked at problems with the current space, let's dive into the design. Hold up, just to clarify, this is actually the first time the subscribers are seeing the redesigns for themselves as well, so I hope they like them. So the main thing she wanted in the redesign was a space that feels relaxing with an organic, modern design style. And because of that, I've used neutral colours alongside sage green to create a calming zen atmosphere. Using green will instantly create an organic, natural environment. Moving on to the interior mood board, so let's look at how we want the space to look. Again, sticking with that neutral colour scheme using black, taupe and that green colour. And I've taken a lot of inspiration from Japanese design and spas. A spa's main purpose is of course to make you feel at ease, and because of that you'll be seeing calming colours and lots of natural textures in the interior. And the colour scheme itself sticks to an earthier palette so that we can also bring in that rustic vibe she's after. Like I said before, an organic minimal interior style is defined by the use of natural textures and patterns, so I've got boucle, jute, linen and ceramics. And I really loved this green wallpaper because it has a very fine detailed texture that reminds me of bamboo, so I thought that it ties in really well with our zen bedroom aesthetic. So if we look at the design, you can see that the back wall is covered in that gorgeous sage wallpaper. And this fluid shaped pendant light is in the centre for some drama, and it also fits well with a japandi interior too. This is actually her current bed and chest of drawers, and I didn't really want to change those, but I did change the bedside tables for these daintier oak ones. And I chose them because I think that the roundness breaks the harshness of the angularity in the room, which is why there's also a circular mirror I added. We have black accent pieces to make sure we keep within a minimal look, but smaller pieces are brass accents to give more of a luxury edge, like the bedside lamps for example. and she can organise her jewellery and makeup in this huge storage set, which, because it's black, also works with the other black accessories. We also have those natural textures brought through from the rug, plant pot, shades, curtains, wallpaper, and the waffle texture bed linen. I absolutely love linen curtains because it makes the space feel airy and light, but for getting a good night's sleep, they're not exactly the most practical. Hence, I've added a singular blackout roller blind so that the design still looks great and your sleep cycle isn't disturbed. Now, the wall in front where the TV was, I thought it would be perfect if that wall was completely invisible. And what I mean by that is everything should be black so that it blends into the background. And you may be thinking, a black bedroom? But psychology actually suggests that a black bedroom could make you feel more grounded and actually improve your sleep as well. So the TV is now floating and has a console underneath fixed to the wall so that she can use the cabinets underneath for extra storage, but the difference now is that it doesn't feel cluttered and it also doesn't stand out. In the corner we have a chaise, a bookcase and a bird of paradise plant for a relaxing reading area, which Maite was desperate for. This way she has a designated space to unwind, read or meditate. The configuration of the space hasn't actually changed much, but obviously I wanted to show her where the new furniture and decor pieces would go. As I don't know the exact dimensions of the room, I just wanted to mention that if the chaise is too large, you can also get it in a smaller size that would fit snugly in the corner. But that pretty much completes Maite's redesign, and I really hope that you loved it and that I gave you an organic, minimalist, tranquil bedroom. Okay, so the second redesign is a living room for John and Gina, who are from the UK, and this is what they sent to us. Hi Jacqueline, we are in the process of converting 2 semi-detached listed cottages into one dwelling. The building is grade 2 listed, so some bits have to remain, like the corner cupboard thing and the old fireplace which we used throughout the winter. The room needs some replastering, the floor is limecrete but has never been carpeted. We have oak flooring in another room but didn't want more oak. The wall lights are new with the rewiring, so we would quite like them to stay, but supplemented with table lamps, etc. There are 2 of us living at home with dogs, but we have regular visits from our children and grandchildren, so we need some flexibility. The cottage was built about 1730. Thereafter it's been messed about terribly, and we are in the process of a full restoration and having to do every room. I guess we would like the lounge to feel cozy and have an English country style. Although the fireplace and ottoman are kind of brick and terracotta, we don't fancy a red-toned lounge. I hope that makes sense. Thanks again for your great YouTube content. Okay, so the space itself is a lovely historic cottage living room that has 2 large windows, a brick fireplace and a built-in alcove bookcase. So we have some gorgeous features to work with already. I quite like the spatial plan already, but for me the space is quite dark and it has a low ceiling, and that combination tends to make spaces seem even smaller. And because of that, I really want to give the room a refresh, brighten it up and add some colour too, which I think that the living room is really missing. So for the concept, I really ran with this English country cottage theme, taking inspiration from the countryside, English cottages, and using those 2 things to create an overall cosy space. In terms of the interior, I wasn't going to make everything contemporary and futuristic because why would I? I'm very much stuck with a classic English country style that I think will fit the cottage architecture perfectly. I wanted to stick with bright neutral tones to liven the interior and also add some pops of colour so that there's no dullness, which they actually told me they were struggling with the living room at the moment because it was too bland. These plum mauve purples alongside green apple hues were picked because of these patterned curtains I found. Now I didn't want to go crazy on colour and pick a wall that was a dark shade because with a cottage that would instantly shrink the space. But accent wise, I think these arts and crafts style curtains scream English country style, so they acted as a base for the accent colours. I felt that these curtain rods mimic the pattern on the curtains, so that was a really nice touch. Really such a small detail, but nonetheless it adds impact to the design. Again, using neutrals in the main to brighten up the whole room and make it feel spacious. To tie in those plum shades even more, we have purple accent pieces, and for more of a statement, the corner bookcase is in this beautiful green paint, which not only ties the scheme together, but it also reminds me of the colour when you're walking alongside farmers' fields, so in that way it reinforces a countryside feel. The floor, which currently has no finish at all, is now tiled with porcelain beige tiles, which are actually very common in English cottages and barn conversions. Although I did think that could be too dark and cold as opposed to cosy, so a large wool rug commands the floor space, which freshens the space, keeps it light, and also adds some texture for warmth. The nook where the printer was before is now used as extra storage, but also features a decorative clock to add interest to what seemed like an unused space. Other than the clock, I've also chosen some artwork of artichokes to finalise the living room design. If we take a look at the floor plan, the positioning is the same, however the sofa sizes have changed. We have a 3-seater on the left below the windowsill, because I felt this wall was being taken up too much by the side tables, when in fact more seating could be added. A 2-seater on the back wall opposite the fireplace so that the sideboard on the left can be accessed if needed, and a love seat on the right, which is basically a chair smaller than a sofa but bigger than an armchair, and I thought that would be perfect for their grandchildren. You've probably noticed that rather than a coffee table, I've decided to use a large ottoman instead, because they can then use it to maximise on seating for their family and guests, and the upholstery and texture on the ottoman makes the space even more cosy and less harsh than a wooden coffee table would. It's all about the coziness. So, what did you guys think? I really hope that you loved the final outcomes of the 2 designs, and let me know if you want to see a part 2. Please give this a like or leave me a design emoji down below to let me know that you liked the video. And if you love interior design, home decor, and all that creative stuff, feel free to subscribe or join us on Patreon. That's it for today's video, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!